Alright, what's up? Today we're going to be doing a 2024 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R oil change. We got everything we need. We got 4 quarts of oil here. We got our funnel, channel locks. I don't have an oil filter wrench, but we're going to try our best with this. New oil filter with a hex head, so make it easier to get off for next time. All the sockets, options we need, extensions, etc. Rag just in case. We have this because the normal oil pan for vehicles like cars, trucks, whatever, does not fit underneath of it. So we're going to use this one to get underneath because it has a very low clearance here, and then we'll dump it in that and expose it properly. So let's get started. Alrighty, so first things first, we're going to grab our little tub here and we are going to slide it up under here. Now what we're looking for is this bolt right here. That is going to be your drain bolt for your oil pan, and it is going to be a 17mm. That's going to fit right on there. Now we're going to break it loose and start draining the oil. Now we're going to take our 17mm socket and we're going to fit it on there. Move our pan forward and make sure it catches anything, and break this thing loose. Now that it's broken loose, we're going to unscrew it by hand. Alright, now that that's drained out, we need to inspect our crush washer, which normally is going to sit right here against the face of this, against the actual oil pan down there. Now as you see, mine's not on here, which means it's in the bottom of that. So as I drain that into the other bin, I have to carefully dump it and find it in there and pull it back out. Now you want to inspect your crush washer. Your crush washer should be replaced every oil change. This is the break-in oil change, so it's only 600 miles. Now once that is compromised, it will cause an oil leak, so we want to make sure that that's nice and new. So get a new one every time you do an oil change, other than your original one, which is still recommended. I'm just not going to do it in this case because it is brand new. Now that we have the pan out from under it, we're going to take the oil, dump it in here so we can dispose of it properly. But first we have to try and get that crush washer that that dropped in there. So let's go ahead and do that. As you see, there's our crush washer sitting down there. So we're going to get that out, clean it up, inspect it, and put it back on. So our crush washer looks great. Again, it's brand new, so it should be. We're going to put this back on, just like that, and we're going to plug this thing back up. Now we're going to take our 17mm again, and we are going to put it on here and tighten it up. Again, wipe everything off, make sure we're all clean, and now we move to the next step. Alright, now we're going to have to try and get your oil filter off, and that's going to be on your left side of your bike. What I did is I went ahead and I put a piece of like paper here to try and direct any excess oil out so it rolls down here. And I also covered up my controls and hopefully the ground a little bit, so that way if any does come out, it's not going to get on a whole bunch of stuff. I got a box here, right here, and a rag here to try and prevent that. So again, I don't have an oil filter wrench, got a pair of channel locks, and we're going to try and get this off. Alright, as you can see, we got the oil filter out now. The paper trick did work, but my little concoction down here did not. I got it all over the ground, so we're going to have to figure out how to clean that up. But oil filter's off. We're going to grab a little bit of oil, rub it on the face of the new one, and then we're going to put the new one in. Alright, we got the new oil filter here, again with the hex, so next time it's easier. It actually uses the same size 17mm that it takes for your drain plug. So this company thought of everything. I recommend going with a filter that does have this in the future, so that you don't have to crush it like I did. So with this, we're going to grab a little bit of oil here and we're going to rub it on the face of this O-ring. Now that we have that, we're going to rub it on the threads just a little bit, and we're going to screw this in. We're going to put it in here, and we're going to screw it on by hand. Alright, now that it is hand tight, we're going to give it just a little bit of oomph here. There we go. I'm going to take a rag again and we're going to wipe everything down. Alright, next step, we got our oil here, 10W40, full synthetic Kawasaki brand. And we are going to open this, which is your oil fill plug. And we're going to sit that aside. Now this is where we're going to fill our oil in, right? So let's take our funnel. Let's sit it in there. Right, we got our funnel, we're good to go. Right, we're going to start filling. We got 4 quarts of oil here. It's going to take 3.3 since we changed the filter. So we're going to put about that much in. We're going to put at least 3 in, and then we're going to use the side of it here to slowly add more. And then as we go, we are going to check this little window right here. So we are going to plug it up, run it for a few seconds, shut it off, stand the bike up so it's vertical, and then we will check the level and see where we're at. We want this window to be about halfway full. You can see there's 2 lines here on the side. Hopefully you can see them. There's 2 lines on the right side of the glass. You want them to be in between that line. All right, we got our first quart here. Alright, now that we have the oil we believe to be the right amount in there, we are going to take this out and set that here. We're going to pull this up and wipe down the area. Grab our plug and screw it back in. Alright, we're looking at this window here. There's 2 lines on the right side. We want it to be right in the middle of those, if not a little high. So I'm going to lift the bike up now vertically. And with it balancing right in the middle, it looks like we're right at the top line. So let me move this so you see it. See it right there? So we're right under the top line, so we're good to go. I'm going to let it run, drive it around the block, come back and double check, but we should be good.